On behalf of myself and Betsy, I would like to extend our congratulations to you and Janet for the award you're receiving tonight. Well deserved. They've asked me to say a few words, and it's going to be difficult just to say a few words about Dr. Jerry Sims. I've known Dr. Sims since he came to McKinney in 1965. Have had the good fortune to play a lot of golf, where I've seen him throw a golf club further than anybody could hit a ball. I've also had the opportunity to travel with a group of doctors as we've gone to play golf at various places around the country. Some of those stories are repeatable, and I'll not repeat any of them tonight. But again, I want to say that Jerry and his family have made a valuable contribution to McKinney. Jerry has served as a doctor in McKinney since 1965. He has been Chief of Staff at North Texas Medical Center for many years until his retirement. He's also served on the board and is chairman of the Hurd Museum. He's also been on our school board and has served there as president as well. I guess Jerry's main contribution to our school system has been as a team doctor for our football team, where he has served as team doctor since 1965 when he came to McKinney. Jerry has not missed many games. He has ensured the health and vitality of our players as they've played on Friday night, and has been an encouragement to those students who have played on our football team. Jerry also has been a great medical doctor in our community, where if you went about McKinney and talked to various people today, many of them will have seen Jerry Sims over the years, where he has ensured their health and has ensured that they have continued to enjoy a fruitful life because of his doctoring ability. Jerry, we look tonight and think about the award you're receiving, and it would not be possible for you to receive this award had it not been for a helpmate who has stood by your side over the years, has encouraged you, has covered the background as you've done the many things you've done in this community. Janet is also to be commended for her efforts and the work that you all have done in the First Presbyterian Church. He's also served as chairman and on the board of the ranch, an encampment down in South Texas, where many young people and many people have received spiritual help and guidance as they've walked through life. Jerry, I can't say enough about the friendship that we've enjoyed. I have enjoyed your friendship and the many things that we've had happen over the years, where you have been of immeasurable help to my family as well as to this community. This community owes you a great debt of gratitude, and I know we'll celebrate the award you're receiving tonight. Well done, and we'll look forward to seeing what the future holds, and we wish you and Janet the very best. Thank you.
Tonight we honor a citizen that's been around McKinney for a long time. He practiced medicine across the hall from me. I was at the Northside Pharmacy and he was across the hall. I think we were out there together at least for 30 years. Dr. Sims is a great person. He has a personality all of his own. If you wonder if what he's thinking and you don't know, we just stand around a few minutes and he'll tell you. He's always been a good doctor. He had a lot of patience. He had a tremendous practice, and for a long time, his first years, they rotated doing the emergency room. So he practiced medicine. Sometimes he got paid, sometimes he didn't. Of course, he used to like to play tricks. I know there's a rumor going around that he and Dr. Pink used the PA system at the hospital, and they banned them from it after they went on the PA system and told all the patients to hide their pets. He doctored people like me. I know I called his home one night, late at night, I had a problem breathing. So I called his home and asked him if he would let me come over to his house and him listen to me. I ended up with 5 bypasses. So he's been a good friend of mine for a long time, and McKinney's been recognized as one of the best places to live in the United States. And Jerry's had a lot to do with that. He's worked with the independent school district, with the football players, he's worked at the church, and he's done community service. So it's really an honor for me to get to speak for him tonight, because he could have been Citizen of the Year any year he was here, but I think it's neat that tonight we recognize him officially as Citizen of the Year.
For 20 years, met Doc on the golf course out at El Dorado Country Club. Knew immediately that he was a little bit different, and pretty high strung, high energy, and he had, I thought for a time that he had just weak, maybe weak grips in his hands, weak fingers, because the club continually slipped out of his hand and flew across the fairway or down the fairway. And I mentioned it to my wife, and she said, well, that doesn't sound, I said, well, you know, John Gay, former Mayor John Gay, had the same problem. He had real weak hands. John couldn't even pick up a lunch check. And I'm thinking that maybe Sims has that. But Sims and I played golf for many years, and anything you've heard about Doc has not been exaggerated in any phase of his life. I had one situation with him on a golf course one day when he was on the green before the group reached the green, and we called him and said, hollered at him and said, Doc, we're approaching the green, you need to move out. He said, just go on and hit. And I hit, and the ball bounced and hit him in the mouth. And when we reached the green, his lip was split open and swollen, and blood was running down his chin, and he just looked at me and said, good shot. And I said, well, it would have been better, but you took a lot of the spin off the ball when it hit you. And nothing else was said, and we just continued on playing. And on the day that Doc retired, Bill Cox called me and he said, there's a couple of us going over to Doc's office and celebrate with him at the end of his day for his retirement. And I said, well, I'll come over. And we all went in the back door of Doc's office. We didn't go through the front door. I don't know why, but we thought we were getting special treatment, I guess. Maybe we were, but I went in the back door and I could hear Bill Cox and Mark Moore and a couple of guys laughing, and you could hear the ice tingling, and they were having a big time, and the nurse was still busy cleaning up, straightening it up, and she saw me come in the back door, and I motioned for her to come to me, and so what she did is she gave me one of those little green hospital gowns that split down the back, and I got up on a table face down, and then I could hear her go down to the office and say, Dr. Sims, you still got a patient. And he said, what? I said, you've still got a patient, number 3. Well, who is it? She said, well, I'm not certain. I'll check the records, but he's been in there a long time. Boy, you could hear him coming down the hall. He was charging. I've never heard of such a thing in this man. And he opened the door, and there I am. And he just turned immediately to her, and he said, get my enema equipment in here right away. And I disappeared. And there's another side of him too, Doc, that you may not be aware of. If you know him well, you do, that he's so attentive to his wife, Janet. He just, I mean, the guy is as in love with Janet now as they were when they married. And he really looks after her and cares for her. And his daughter and son, loves them. He loves his God, he loves his family, and he loves his friends. And there's a kind of a saying that reputation is what other people think you are, and character is what you are. And Doc is he's a treasure for this entire community. He's a wonderful man. Thank you.
You know, Dr. Jerry Sims is certainly an excellent choice. You know, when you give the Citizen of the Year award, you want it to be someone that everyone in the room goes, aha, great choice. And Dr. Sims is that kind of a person. He's a friend, he's a father, he's a husband, he's a historian, and he's also a golfer. Somewhat of an excellent golfer, but delete that. He's also a golfer. He's one of the funnest partners you'll ever have. He's also one of the most competitive people you'll ever be around. Dr. Sims is known for his antics on the golf course. He's been known to drag a 4-foot putt, otherwise known as a gimme. Those in his group took it to mean that that putt was good. When you played with Dr. Sims, sometimes the rules were different depending on his state of mind. Oftentimes he would take a 4-foot putt, take the liberty of picking it up, and everyone in the group knew that it was good. Most of all, Dr. Sims is a friend and a father and a husband. Congratulations, Dr. Sims, on your award.
Wow, Dr. Sims, Citizen of the Year, that's amazing. Dr. Sims, we go back, as you know, about 20 years. Of course, a lot of that was when I was chief of police, and we're not going to get into any of those stories that I have in your thick vial when I was there as chief of police, but it's an honor to honor you because of your years of service here in this community, the health that you provided, the people you've saved, the people's health that's in better shape because of you. Dr. Sims, you've been amazing. You're a good family man. You love the Lord. You've helped us, even at 3E, with clothing children and feeding children. So you're a giver, and I'm just proud to join this group that's honoring you. And I guess I would add that you're not very nice in playing golf, because even though you're a lot older than I am, you always beat me. You show no mercy on the golf course. So other than that, you're a pretty good person. So it's an honor to just say, as Citizen of the Year, it couldn't be a better person. Now we're talking about Dr. Bob Sims, the dentist, correct?